Menkyo shiken. Moped practice test number 3. In a place where I saw the following sign, I rode my Gentsuki vehicle. True. During two-wheeled vehicle accidents, the main injury and/or cause of death location is the head. True. The following signs tell you that there is a Gentsuki crossing point. False. When making a U-turn, you must signal 30 meters before the location you will be making the U-turn at. True. There was a time when an emergency vehicle passed me on a one-way road, and according to the circumstance I stopped momentarily along the right side of the road. True. If your brakes are broken, but you have confidence you can drive without causing an accident, it's all right to drive. False. When you pass close by a pedestrian, you must slow to a crawl. False. Whenever you pass by a school bus where children are boarding or getting off, you must stop momentarily. False. You have followed, and are stopped behind the car in front of you. When you cross over the railroad tracks, what things should you be careful of? Because the railroad signals aren't sounding, you can follow the car onto the railroad tracks. False. You have followed, and are stopped behind the car in front of you. When you cross over the railroad tracks, what things should you be careful of? Because there is an oncoming vehicle, you should stay as far left as you can. False. You have followed, and are stopped behind the car in front of you. When you cross over the railroad tracks, what things should you be careful of? There is a possibility of stopping on the tracks, so follow the car after you have stopped and checked for safety. True. You are proceeding at 30 kilometers per hour. What things should you be aware of? There is a possibility the car in front of you will turn left, so you should proceed at a speed that will allow you to stop in front of the side road if necessary. True. You are proceeding at 30 kilometers per hour. What things should you be aware of? If you decrease speed, the car might turn left in front of you, so you should continue at the same speed. False. You are proceeding at 30 kilometers per hour. What things should you be aware of? The car or pedestrians might come out into the road, so you should cross over the oncoming traffic line. False. When driving on a road with a passing lane, weaving back and forth between the lanes causes distress for other drivers, so it's best not to change lanes as much as possible. True. After you have checked the safety of your surroundings, it is okay to signal and start moving at the same time. False. When driving, you should not think of yourself as number one. Instead, what is important is to think of the position of other drivers and pedestrians, and being willing to make concessions with them. True. Just before and after the top of a hill, and similarly on a steep downslope, you must slow down. True. When driving a Gentsuki vehicle, you want your wrist set low, as you grip the handle lightly in a position ready to rotate the throttle forward. You want to use your elbow, not shoulder strength. True. If you have confidence in your driving, and can respond quickly, it is okay to drive while talking on your cell phone. False. When you see a sign like the one below, it is okay to proceed without applying your brakes in preparation. True. While driving, if there is an obstacle in front of you, the first car to reach it either right or left side of the road, gets the right of way. False. Even in a location where there is no sign telling you to honk your horn, when you are passing through an intersection that limits visibility, or when you are passing someone, you must honk your horn. False. Before you signal that you want to pass, you should check the safety around you. True. If it is only a light accident, and both parties are agreed, you don't need to go to the police. False. In a place where I saw the below sign, I made a U-turn. True. When you stop at an intersection, to defend against a bumper collision from behind, you should pump your brakes several times. True. The street signs below both show us that a previous rule or limit has ended. True. In an area where the sign like the one above, the maximum speed for a Gentsuki vehicle is 30 km per hour. True. When you are passing someone, it is okay to accelerate beyond the legal speed limit. False. In an intersection in front of you, there is a police officer with both his hands held out horizontally. For the traffic facing the police officer's front, you cannot go forward or turn right, but you may turn left slowly. False. Even when an intersection's traffic light is green, but when the other side of the intersection is packed with other vehicles, and it seems as though you would get stuck and be a hindrance in the intersection, you must not pass through. True. There is a rule that you are not allowed to park in front of a parking garage, but if you are connected with the place somehow, i.e. employee, you may park in front of it. False. Within 5 meters of a corner, where you would turn into or out of another road, parking is not allowed, but stopping is. False. On a steep downhill, a small class car was going too slowly, so I passed it. False. The left side of the road was undergoing construction, so I went into the right lane to pass. True. In a location where there is a street sign like below, you are not allowed to change into the right lane in order to pass. True. You can use a construction helmet as a riding helmet. False. When you arrive behind a commuter's bus stopped at one of its stop points, you have to stop, and cannot proceed until the bus starts moving. False. When you try to grip the accelerator throttle, while wearing gloves, it is slippery and hard to grip, so it's best not to wear them. False. When the traffic signal on your right or left turns red, it does not mean that the signal in front of you is instantly green. True. There are 3 ways of braking for a 2-wheeled vehicle. True. Front wheel brake, rear wheel brake, as well as an engine brake, caused by shifting down. When going into a dark tunnel, visibility drops, which increases danger, so you should lower your speed a reasonable amount, but if you can see a light ahead of you, that necessity goes away. False. When the light ahead of you indicates it will be turning red, you can enter the intersection as long as you are extra careful and go slowly. False. Stopping directly in front of a crosswalk is prohibited, but stopping on the other side of it is okay. False. Gentsuki menkyo shiken, Moped practice test number 3.